Let's go, acte 2. We are good. Vous me direz pendant les premiers dialogues, de toute façon, si c'est trop bas. Vous méditez.
Feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relaxation, though.
Peut-être encore un peu bas, hein. C'est bizarre, je suis au max pourtant.
Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation.
Ah, peut-être si je fais ça. Là, ça va peut-être être trop.
The Kaholasaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy.
Là, normalement, c'est bon. Comment ça, the bellies are super bouncy? Si tu parles de quoi? Ah, colo... Oui, oui. Oui, oui, les animaux, ouais. Ouais. Là, c'est bon? Ça passe? Allez, ça passe.
Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, actually.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait? Alors, Théa, c'est celle qui va pas bien. C'est ça, hein?
Yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so not much has changed
Oui, c'est
since
elle,
we
ouais.
first met her.
C'est celle qui va canner sous. Je voulais pas le dire comme ça, mais oui, c'est...
Sleep
Ouais.
well last night?
Effectivement.
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Hey, Moalani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell in battle.
Ah!
But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
Ah! Ah, donc elle est morte, mais elle va se faire raise, quoi.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
All right, thanks for letting me know. We'll head out in a bit.
Grosse ambiance.
Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
Bah ta pote est morte en fait.
You said the abyss
Allô?
was cunning just now, but it seems like the abyss just wants to destroy everything.
Anyway, so then she died.
Think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger, it's just...
Ça n'a pas de logique.
Relax, I get it. The Abyss is difficult to understand.
Ouais, elle est
that's
juste
for
morte,
sure.
mais pas grave quoi.
At a
Elle
glance,
pensait
it
que c'était
certainly
grave.
seems like the only goal is total
J'ai cru que c'était une
destruction.
mauvaise nouvelle, ouais.
The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or planning could it possibly possess?
Avec la musique de Hawaï en fond, c'est
Through our
exceptionnel.
long
Y a rien qui
history
va.
of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Teyvat. You know about that, right?
Ah, Canria Mansion, mais pas encore. Tu connais Dainsleaf? Tu veux que je boive des shots? C'est enough, ça suffit, Canria.
That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time.
Oui, on
But so
sait.
did every other nation in Teyvat.
Oui.
And Natlan was the worst affected of all.
Ah bon?
It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss.
Ça ne va pas avec la musique.
Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. Unrelenting black winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe.
D'accord, la mine aurait compris le fondement de toutes les tribus?
Exactly.
Ouais.
We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth, marked by intelligence. We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them off.
Oui, enfin, il y avait 4 chiens qui se battaient en duel, quoi. No offense, hein. J'ai vu les efforts qu'il a fallu aux autres nations pour se débarrasser de l'abîme. Le peuple de Natlan vit encore sous sa menace. Combien de temps faudra-t-il pour que cela se
You
termine?
must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in Natlan views the war differently. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages. To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know?
Bichette. Elle a pas tort, hein, mais... Ouais, ça va pas trop avec le thème, mais... Ouais, on peut vous aider, évidemment.
Be my guest. Heroes are always welcome in Natlan. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back with us.
Mais elle
The
en
sea's
parle
not
comme
going
si elle
anywhere.
était genre partie à la pêche, quoi. Pierre noire sous des blanches, hein? Quoi? D'accord. Rendez-vous au stade. Kachina toute ma vie, hein. Bichette. Non mais ça m'étonne que personne ne trouve ça grave. Genre, ok, elle va se faire raide, mais elle a dû mourir donc dans d'atroces souffrances, bichette. Mais tranquille. Juste un mardi normal, quoi. Tranquille. Si elle se fait raide, c'est pas grave. Bizarre l'ambiance. Imagine le trauma de mourir, ouais, de fou. Je pense que pour elle, ça doit être horrible. Enfin, pour Kachina, quoi. Mais bon, elle va se faire raise, donc en théorie, c'est bon, mais... Surtout qu'elle a 8 ans.
Whoa, this place is packed already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Mais... Ouais, je pense pas, hein.
Yeah,
Elle va-
she
ouais.
doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Mais elle est décédée.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kenich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani. Is everyone all right?
J'ai hâte de voir son monde à lui.
Yeah, it's all taken
Et
care
juste
of.
son
Our
lore,
new
parce
friend
que
here's
lui,
got
il est
some
bizarre.
tricks up her sleeve, by the way. She's just as strong as Kachina made her out to be.
Bon, on aurait pu faire mieux, c'est sûr, c'est sûr.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just follow my lead and you'll be fine. Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Cette situation est chelou, mais soit.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Elle est trop belle. Elle est parfaite. Même si on l'a pas encore beaucoup vue, elle a dit genre 3 phrases, quoi. Comment est-ce qu'on connaît les paroles? Pas logique. À moins qu'on avait le texte. Mais non, on n'avait pas de texte. On n'est pas censé savoir, nous. OMG.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
Ah!
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on?
Ah!
This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times.
Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all?
Oh, enough!
Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would
Elle
the
t'a
YM
battu, la petite
recognize
fille.
someone like her, even if she
Mais
was on
comment
the
t'es
winning
assis?
team?
Ça va pas ou quoi?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
Ah, Kinish, il a raison. Mais ça, dans une situation d'engueulade, genre c'est les gens que t'as le plus envie d'encastrer contre un mur. T'es là, t'es énervé, t'as quelqu'un, il parle mal de ta pote, t'es là, ouais, ça suffit et tout, tu lui parles pas comme ça et tout. Et t'as ton pote derrière en mode, calme-toi. Je veux dire avec tout le respect, ça sert à rien. Laisse-moi lui crier dessus. Ça suffit. Non mais ça va pas.
Insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
Mais
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here?
Mais pourquoi t'es
A
debout sur
girl
la
who
barrière?
never should have
Tu t'es
even
pris
gone to
pour
war?
qui?
Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
Poussez-le, poussez-le.
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the Wyab interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
L'Archon Pyro semble plongé dans ses pensées. Pourquoi est-ce qu'elle dit rien?
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
C'est vrai.
No.
On la connaît depuis 3
She's
jours,
been
mais oui,
waiting
c'est
for
vrai.
this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine.
C'est vrai, elle a pas tort, elle a
We'll
pas
find out
tort.
what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough.
Enough. Elle a raison.
There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
Wow. Et B, c'est
I
profond
didn't
ça.
mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish. But now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
Ah bah là, on fait
Even
moins les
though I have said
malins. Hein.
nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
Oh mais quelle femme, mais
That doesn't
dis-leur
even have the
bien,
courage to
dis-leur
answer the
bien.
Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is?
Bah
It's
non.
extremely
Elle
important
vient
to me.
littéralement de le dire.
I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friend sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat.
Ok.
Rest
Pourquoi
assured,
pas, hein?
everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further questions, let's part for now.
Did she just ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
Ah, mais toi, t'étais pas invité, Kinish. Avec tout le respect. Après, tu peux venir quand même, hein, mais elle a pas dit ton nom. Ok. Ah, moi, elle me dit tout ce qu'elle veut, je fais. Hein. Tout ce qu'elle veut, absolument tout. Mais regardez-la, elle brille de mille feux, elle est parfaite.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part to defend Natlan. She
Merci
wasn't
beaucoup,
afraid of
super pour
death
le
because she
prime.
knew
Merci.
if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now?
Bah,
Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
Comment ça? Mais de quoi
That's
tu
not
parles?
fair,
Bah
Mulan.
oui, non mais tu vas trop loin.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty.
Retour des
Raw
sous-titres.
truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kanich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful, is it?
Je pourrais l'écouter toute la journée.
I can't choose
Elle a une voix
between
si
them, and I
douce.
don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity at least.
Donc là, elle a dit, écoutez, vous avez deux options. Quelles sont vos préférées? Kenichi, elle a dit, vaut mieux faire comme ça. Mualani, elle a dit, je veux pas choisir. Et après tout ça, t'as Mavuika qui dit, de toute façon, j'ai déjà interrompu le truc. C'est déjà prévu, j'ai déjà tout fait. Pourquoi tu leur poses des questions? Tu l'avais déjà fait. Bizarre.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
Démocratie.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried
Je voulais
away
avoir votre
earlier,
avis, pas
and
le
I'm
prendre en
sorry.
compte, ouais.
You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the sacred flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
Du coup, qu'est-ce qui se passe si on reste là-bas pendant longtemps?
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar. Staying there
C'est-à-dire?
for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, it's a different story. Your
Ok.
sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one with the sea of souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before.
Alors, oui, mais... Bon, il y a mieux comme métaphore. Mais non, la métaphore de fou, oui, je vois l'idée. Ce qu'elle essaye de dire. Mais oui, c'est évident, oui. Oui, tu pourras jamais réavoir la même eau. La proba est très basse, quoi. Oui, bien sûr.
I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Ah bon?
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems
Au
need to
moins, on
be
a compris, oui,
addressed.
c'est vrai, c'est vrai.
You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the sacred flame. I will go search for Kachina.
Tu vas la chercher
The
où?
Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that, do you
Mais genre,
still
c'est un
choose
endroit
to
en
go?
particulier? Je pensais qu'elle était
Kachina's
genre dans les
waiting for us to
enfers.
rescue her. That's all that matters.
Ou alors faut
I
qu'on
failed to
meure
protect
pour
her
aller
during
là-bas?
our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
Traveler? What do you think?
Ah, elle mérite pas de mourir comme ça, du coup on va donc prendre notre vie également,
Understood.
visiblement. Ouais.
Then I'll support you in any way I can.
Ah,
The
j'ai pas compris
masters
comment
of
on
the
va là-bas.
Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
En personne, ouais. Donc, comment on y va?
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls?
Merci,
Can we
Paimon.
even go there?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person.
Mourir?
However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
Toujours pas compris, mais c'est pas un problème.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared? Well, if she's going, Paimon's going too.
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to
Ça me
communicate
parle,
with
ce
the
nom.
Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally
Spirit
used
Speaker
as a
Stone.
ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success of this operation. Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time, after all. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
Why?
Paimon,
Why?
ça va pas?
Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Alors non. Mais très mignonne. Mais quelle femme! Quelle femme! Mais regardez cette prestance! Mais regardez-la! Elle est incroyable! Je pourrais l'écouter parler toute la journée. La prestance, juste la façon de parler, la voix, tout. Aïe aïe aïe. Ouais, non, c'était compliqué. Mais fais pas comme les autres. Hein.
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
Femme capable, hein.
That's more
Clairement.
like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate.
Eh ben, on en sait des choses.
Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally,
Visiblement.
this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance.
Oh, my
But
dream,
there
Mavuika.
are
Quand
important
tu
things
veux.
to be done.
Quand tu
Oh,
veux,
I
ma
almost
belle. Mais
forgot.
avant, on va sauver le monde. Ouais, bien sûr.
Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
Boire un verre avec Mavuika?
That's what she asked
Je veux
us to
dire,
tell you. She
madame,
said you'd know
bien
what
sûr.
that means.
Tous les soirs.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all.
Hot Spring Buddies,
don't worry.
c'est traduit par compagnon de
This
trompette.
talisman means a great deal to me.
Ouais.
I'll take good care of it. And once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
Oh, mais la voix qu'elle a! Oh là là!
You said you didn't want
Elle est
to
parfaite.
jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
C'est vrai.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices.
Oh, mais elle en dit des belles choses! Excusez-moi, mais juste, je suis trop fan de cette femme! Non, mais on est où, là? On est à Sumeru ou... C'est beau! Eh! C'est stylé, c'est stylé. La dirigeante de mes rêves, je te jure. Quand elle veut. Mais regardez, elle a tout! Elle a tout! Quelle femme! Quelle femme!
Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
You mean...
Yes. Come with me.
You mean? Yes. She means. On n'en sait rien. Personne ne sait. Je veux qu'elle me parle pour m'endormir, je te jure. Ah mais... En fait, elle a une voix ferme mais douce en même temps. Je sais pas comment expliquer.
The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name bearers.
Kinish, c'est un peu... Je sais pas quoi en penser. Ça a l'air d'être vraiment le perso très matter of fact, genre... Oui, mais ça marchera pas comme ça, genre c'est bien, mais t'es... Genre vraiment celui qui te remet un petit peu à la réalité, et il a pas tort, mais juste tais-toi en fait. T'as pas tort, c'est vrai dans le fond, mais... Vas-y, arrête de casser l'ambiance, laisse-la faire. Ça fait déjà 2-3 fois qu'il casse un peu l'ambiance comme ça, je sais pas comment... Je sais pas si je l'aime bien ou pas, mais il a raison hein, de dire ça, mais cassage d'ambiance.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us.
C'est un peu un rabat-joie.
All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
OMG.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
Hein? Mais qu'est-ce qu'ils foutent là encore, eux? Comme si c'était pas suffisant.
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with.
Ah!
The secret of the
C'est le combientième? J'ai pas vu.
is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin.
J'ai pas vu, c'était...
And
Oh, quelle
since
femme!
the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
Oh, excuse-moi. Waouh, waouh, pardon, hein. Monsieur, votre épée, c'est la mienne, hein. Il y a mon nom écrit dessus.
Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking!
Oh, le feu contre la glace. Ça a l'air d'être un... Il est haut placé, lui. C'est le numéro combien? Il s'appelle Capitaine. Ah, c'est le premier, ouais, effectivement. C'est le premier. Oh, madame, mais oui! Oh, le cinéma!
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Eh ben, modeste introduction du personnage. Ah mais pic cinéma là. Non mais quelle femme! On l'avait jamais vu le capitaine en plus.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
Okay, c'était bien
I
le
never
premier.
imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No,
Sans blague.
we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further.
Du coup, elle a pété son
Kenichi,
épée.
go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the
Je
captain.
vois le lore
Speak to
arriver.
Citlali.
Elle va en
She
reforger
should
une
know.
nouvelle.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to...
Yes, but fear not. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now.
Elle est parfaite. Elle a tout. Ils ont vraiment fait le perso parfait.
Others have a safe journey.
Elle est ultra badass. Elle est gentille. Elle en fait des tonnes pour son peuple. Elle dit les bonnes phrases. Non mais elle a tout. Elle a tout. Et elle a une moto. Aucun défaut. Littéralement aucun. Elle a une des meilleures voix du jeu.
Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed
J'ai
her
une
power.
nouvelle femme.
She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Non, Kachina.
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. Everyone really hopes nothing goes wrong.
Perso, ça me gave un peu qu'elle soit si parfaite. Oui, bah j'imagine. Ouais. Il y a des gens qui sont pas très fans quand un perso est exceptionnellement parfait. Mais je trouve qu'ils font assez bien les trucs dans Genshin. Il y en a pas non plus des masses qui sont comme elle. Ou alors c'est des dieux slash demi-dieux, etc. Faut aller où? Faut aller là. Et on n'a pas le TP. Allez, allons-y. Mavuika ou Dea? Ah, Mavuika quand même. Hein. Non mais elle est parfaite! Elle a tout! Moi je suis vachement attachée aux voix des persos. Et elle a une voix, mais vraiment, mais tu sens la prestance dans sa voix. Mais en même temps...
The tribespeople are very adventurous.
Elle est toute calme et tout. Enfin franchement, elle est... Non mais elle est parfaite.
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The Scions of the Canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour. Or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Mes excuses, c'était plus fort que moi. Par contre, du coup... ouais. Ouais.
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures.
On était où?
Lana's not doing any of that. She can just cheer you on from the sidelines.
C'est là-bas? Attends, on est monté par où? Du coup, je me perds. C'était là. Oui. Non, mais c'est dur de passer à côté. Hein. Non, mais les persos qui sont moins parfaits, en soi, ils font bien le truc. Mais effectivement, dès qu'il y a un perso principal, ils essayent de t'y attacher parce que comme ça... Comme ça, tu le prends après quand il sort, quoi. Le but, c'est de le pull. Et Mavuika, j'avoue que là, si je l'avais rencontré et je l'avais pas, j'aurais été bien deg. On va pas se mentir. Oh, un panorama. Joli. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un bateau? C'est un gouvernail? Ça fait un peu la forme d'un bateau. Ouais, ok. Pas trop ce que c'est censé représenter, mais c'est stylé. J'aime bien. Après, il y a des persos qui sont moins bien. Après, bon, Dory, bref.
The tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
C'est la tribu de Kenish pour l'instant. Ok. Est-ce que vous avez besoin? Non. Vous pourriez ramener mon frère? Bah ouais, c'est vrai que c'est un peu le but du jeu de base. On l'oublie, hein, mais il est toujours là, ouais. Il doit y avoir un malentendu. Je ne suis qu'un chasseur ordinaire. Bah yes. Bah écoutez, si vous cherchez quelqu'un, vous devriez probablement engager un détective privé. Bah oui. Oui. La seule chose que je sais faire, c'est partir à la chasse avec mon compagnon. Donnez-moi une cible. Le dialogue random. C'est vrai qu'on l'oublie, on l'oublie. Le but du jeu de base, c'est notre frère. Mais voilà. Oh, la musique. Ever le gibier. On traumadope le mec, il a rien demandé, je te jure. Bonjour, je suis un chasseur, vous voulez? Non. Aïe aïe, non mais on l'oublie, notre frère. On l'oublie. C'est la, donc c'est la tribu de Kenish, c'est ça? Ok, très bien. Ils ont l'air un peu... simple par rapport à lui.
Chaska.
Ok, non, j'ai rien dit.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
Oui.
That's right.
C'est le but, ouais.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision.
Mais c'est tout le peuple de Kenish qui est comme ça, là. Vous êtes tous des rabat-joie, hein. On sait, mais on n'a pas le choix. C'est notre pote. Non mais c'est pas possible, hein.
The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day.
Merci, Mélanie,
If
merci.
Kachina's
Très
still
bonne
holding on,
répartie.
then so will I.
Très très
I
bonne.
thought you might say that.
Dommage. Donne le truc.
Is something wrong, Wyna? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
Thank you.
Il n'y en a pas deux. Ok.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacemaker, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way.
Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe too.
C'est vraiment le peuple des Actually, ça me détruit. Actually, on se connaît depuis un moment et tout, et sa petite sœur, elle vient chez nous aussi souvent. Aïe aïe.
Yes, I'll introduce you to her sometime. But
et bonsoir
Tris,
comment il va? Bonsoir à ceux qui arrivent, j'espère que vous allez bien.
How do we use the stone?
Oui, c'est vrai qu'on a la pierre, on en fait quoi maintenant?
Your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts. And the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream.
Oh, il nerf les métaphores là!
The stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman, experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
Oui, bien sûr! Donc c'est un bateau.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Même Neida aurait pas osé là. Qui?
Vichama.
Qui a demandé?
A legendary warrior and scout from our tribe.
Ouais.
Cesse de déblatérer des bêtises et
He's got a keen
abreuve-toi.
eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Vichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
Ah bon?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path that way.
Kachina de base c'était un verre d'eau. Non, maintenant c'est pas un bateau, c'est un poisson. C'est la pierre, le verre d'eau. Et nous, on est le pêcheur. Et Kachina, c'est le poisson. Et la rivière, c'est l'au-delà là. Je me souviens plus comment elle s'appelle la zone. Il nous a vraiment pas donné plus d'infos que ça? C'est exceptionnel. Ouais, c'est un poisson, il avait dit ça. Hein. Oh, il a fait une métaphore, le voilà. Il a dit le fief nocturne est une rivière. Votre ami est un poisson. La pierre ancestrale, c'est un bateau. Mais il faut le pêcheur sur le bateau. Pour que le bateau avance et récupérer le poisson. Voilà. Il est où lui?
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops. Ah! That must be him! Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
Reconnaisseur légendaire. Vous lui parlez de Kachina et de la pierre d'Esprit Veil. C'est ça le nom de la pierre. Esprit Veil.
You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom. How is that even possible? If you really think
visiblement,
about
ouais.
it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean
Sa voix ne va pas du tout avec son visage.
You don't look so good.
Avec tout le respect.
everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Ah bon?
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
Ah, that's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name, it's only right that we return the favor.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the stone?
La fameuse. Merci beaucoup, Romy. Merci beaucoup à toi pour les 4 mois. Elle a... Ouais. C'est pas une petite pierre, quoi. Qu'est-ce qu'il en pense?
I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon.
Oui,
Both
évidemment.
connects the Night Kingdom to the living world.
Bah oui, oui, le
Once
pylône
the connection
abyssal,
is
le fameux,
established,
ouais.
the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
Ah, le
I
truc qui
just
faisait
picked up on
spawn
the
les
basics,
monstres, ouais, d'accord.
I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Sitlali invented this. They must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh,
On n'a
and
pas
I need
déjà
to
un?
build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible, an ancient name.
Oh, I see.
Oui, bien sûr,
What
Peggy
about
12
the
by the
second
way. Hein?
thing you needed?
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes, but I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can try your luck there.
Gotcha!
Oh, les fous du bus.
All right, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done.
Donc on est censé attraper un
Oh,
nom
and you can send someone
avec
with
un
me if you
filet
want.
imaginaire qui est
In
en fait
case you're worried, I might
réel
take the stone for myself.
et les mettre
What do you think, Chaska?
dans des pierres,
There's
dans
no
l'obsidienne.
Lena spoke highly of
Ouais.
you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
D'accord.
What an odd
Sam.
guy. He seemed so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
Mhm.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now. Hang on, Kachina. We're coming for
La
you.
quête, c'est lieu vibes, effectivement. Ouais. Ramenez-moi ça, ramenez-moi ça. Bon, ça c'était sûr, un petit peu de FedEx. Préparez-vous pour chercher l'antique nom. Oui. Du coup, on peut aller chercher des trucs. Mais ouais, bizarre son concept. Non mais, je vais faire un filet pour qu'il y ait le concept d'un filet. Oui, bien sûr. Ouais. Mhm.
Hello. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes.
Oui.
How much for your whole stock?
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 mora in total. Deal?
Deal.
Ok, pas de négociation.
Really?
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible. Thanks.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to
Alors,
learn,
non.
Roka's the person you want to ask.
C'est gentil, hein, mais non.
All right. That's everything. Here you go.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
Ouais, que 30 000 pour tout l'équipement, alors que juste une vulgaire compétence, nous, c'est 300 000, bon. Ouais.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Non, il nous en faut deux.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need two.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here and we'll see what we can find.
Thank you so much. We'll wait here.
Sinon, on peut la casser en deux, mais je pense pas que ce soit très bien niveau superstition.
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
C'est
I
Mélus.
know, it's just...
C'est
I guess how
vrai.
Vichama feels
Après,
the same way
c'est
about his
moins quand
friends
même.
that I
C'est
do
juste un
about
papy.
Kachina. I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one. Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Il va pas en avoir, du coup, va falloir en chercher un autre. Ah, j'ai rien dit. My
bring
bad,
extra.
my bad.
Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect! Thank you. How much do I owe you?
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both.
Ça va.
Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention Vichama just now. You running an errand for him, then? How's he doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years now. It's about time he started to move forward.
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Vichama and Malko grew up together, and even made a name for themselves together. Malko was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Vichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the battlefield. The two made an excellent team, and managed to beat back the Abyss several times.
Par contre, je vous vois dans le chat. Les gens qui répondent en mode pourquoi elle a pas fait la quête de Furina en mode ouais, elle a la flemme. Ah, en mode ouais, non, c'est juste que j'avais plus envie d'aller à Natlan, je suis moins fan des quêtes de perso que les quêtes principales. Mais c'est pas en mode ouais, flemme, Godex. Après, oui, ça peut être le cas aussi. Hein. Juste Natlan était plus intéressant que les quêtes de perso, parce que moins fan des quêtes de perso.
5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage and were placed on the same team to fight the Abyss. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Vichama suffered an injury to his leg while attempting to rescue someone.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with the Pyro Archon, and she agreed to let him stay behind. It's just... Malko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations. The team made an error in judgment, and they fell to the onslaught. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything.
Il y pouvait rien, Bichette, hein?
Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something wrong, but because he wasn't able to do anything at all.
Mais ils nous font une petite Sumeru
him to move forward, to stop dwelling on the past.
Il y a que des belles choses qui sont dites là.
Malko's death hangs over him still. The Abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. I wish there was something he could do to make himself feel better. But... anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you could help him talk things through sometime. I would really appreciate it.
Oh, le thème absolument pas Peggy 12. De perdre un proche et de passer à autre chose. Absolument pas Peggy 12. Mais bon. Hein? C'est pas du tout là que je suis censée aller, on est d'accord? Absolument pas. Genre vraiment pas. Non, vraiment pas, hein. Ah si! Ok, très bien. Comment je m'en vais de là? Ah, je pensais que c'était... Je sais pas où je pensais que c'était, mais du coup c'était là. Non mais le Peggy 12 il nous a quittés. Non mais là, mais le thème... Seigneur! C'était prévu! Et heureusement! Heureusement parce que... D'habitude je clique pas dessus, mais là il était vraiment mais devant nous, ils ont bien fait le truc.